right, so it was Consumer Rights Day sometime last week, and right here, businesses are recognizing the week for consumer rights. The spotlight is on the evolving landscape of consumer protection and the increasing financial challenges faced by Nigerians. This year's focus delves into critical areas such as buy now, pay later schemes, the growing importance of consumer credit, and how citizens are navigating the rising costs of living. Joining us on PAC now, we have Tunde Balogun, the founder and CEO, Small. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you, Ladi. Good morning.
Good morning. So, definitely, I think sometime 2023, 2024, that BNPL scheme, buy now, pay later, was becoming a thing. Do you think it's catching on in Nigeria? Do you think Nigerian consumers are buying now and paying later?
Yes, absolutely. Buy now, pay later is really becoming a thing. There are more platforms, more companies that are now in existence in the Nigerian e-commerce space, or beyond even e-commerce space, that are making this accessible for Nigerians. But when we really look at our population and the penetration right now, the rubber is still yet to meet the road. Because when you think of cost of living hasn't gone up significantly, purchasing power has reduced significantly. When you look at other factors that really, really put everything into perspective of how well are the Nigerian consumers doing, then you know that okay, there still needs to be more. We still need to do more in making sure that Nigerians can access the things they need and bring it closer to them, which is one of the things we also do at Small across our different products.
All right, so, looking at this scheme, definitely there'll be some risk, either on I think mostly for the business, at this point, because I'm imagining if I buy now and later comes and I'm like, you know what, maybe I don't want to pay, for it. How are they navigating this risk?
So again, there's always risk with credit, but one thing that we've seen, and this is known all over the world, no nation rises without credit. No nation rises without credit. In the Nigerian case, you realize that, there's direct and indirect credit, as we know, but in the Nigerian case, you realize that most of the people that have access to direct credit, which is cash, in some definition, right, are the upper class, right? Loans from banks and all these things, right? But when you talk about the middle class and the lower class, access to some form of credit facility, whether indirect or direct credit, is very limited, right? So we like to say that this credit that is sustainable in Nigeria at the moment is not cash credit, right? Because when you give cash to a Tom or Jerry right now, before they even use that cash to do whatever they had in mind to use that cash for, other expenses, other need has crippled in and taking that cash from them, right? So we believe that the credit that is needed for Nigerians right now is a sustainable credit and indirect credit, whereby they can access the thing they need, and there are platforms available that allow them to, for example, we started as Rent Small, whereby we allow people pay their rent monthly. We've gone from Rent Small, and we've expanded to an e-commerce platform that is called Fair App, where people can buy gadgets, laptops, home appliances, and we've onboarded vendors across different categories, different business, including Fuani. We've onboarded these people on our platform in order to provide this access to our customers, right? So that risk will always be there. It's a matter of how do we manage it. And that's one of the things we have learned all these years with Rent Small, where people pay monthly for their rent, and then with Fair App right now, whereby we carry out verification. There are credit bureau solutions available right now. There are platforms that pull data, around credentials of customers, right, and are able to do a vetting and be able to rate these customers that, oh, this person has good credit standing, or this person doesn't have good credit standing. This person is owing because this person has taken a loan from one platform and is yet to pay from those platforms, right? So again, like I said, there will always be some form of risk,
Right.
but that should stop us from doing what we need to do, because the reality is that people's life needs to get better. Cost of living has gone up. Purchasing power has reduced. So how do we move forward from here? And these solutions are solutions that are needed for time like this, whereby with good vetting process, with good solid verification, we can say, oh, this person is eligible. I'll give an example. There's a young guy that is an architect. His laptop that he does freelance architecture, right? The laptop he uses for his architectural design is giving him issues, and he needed to upgrade to a better laptop because of the the old 3D rendering and all of that, right? And was losing job as a result of that. Discovered Fair and was able to get a new laptop and pay the instrumental payment and now have a 6-month spread on his payments, right? Now he's getting more jobs because he was able to get a better laptop, right? If he were to pay upfront for that laptop, and those type of laptops are very, very expensive, right? So again, the risk will always be there. It's just to continue to find ways to mitigate those risks. We have auto debits whereby money is taken from your account every month when it's due. And there's also the guarantor structure that we have within our platform that allow us also to escalate things should you default in your payments, right? And I'm very sure that solutions provider to credit in Nigeria, whether it's direct credit or indirect, they are always also looking at ways to make sure that they mitigate risk and default.
Right, and definitely with some of those loan apps, I know some of them still try to name and shame when they're trying to get back monies borrowed. But I hardly get some of those texts now. Hopefully, consumer protection is working at this point. But thank you so much. It was great having your perspective there, Tunde Balogun, founder CEO, Small Small. Thank you for coming on today.
All right, thank you, Ladi.